It is SNL, and you know what that means. It is the Sunday Night League with the Endurance Championship, the brand new championship. It's only into its third round, season number 1, obviously, with this new championship. And we're at Deep Forest Raceway in Switzerland for this round number 3 of the Endurance Championship. Thank you everyone that is joining us live, an unusual time for the live stream. If you hear any beeps, it's because I beep now. That is all I'm going to say. I beep now. I am part cyborg, apparently. Rob on Drums is in the chat saying good morning. Of course, our American viewers, it's a more palatable time for you. And talking of American viewers, here is an American car on pole position, the first ever pole position for Branners in the Ford. In the championship, he's currently 4th with 14 points. He had a podium at the Circuit de la Sarthe. He's backed it up with a 4th place last time out at Spa. He has out-qualified Ajax in the Audi. Ajax is second in the championship with 22 points. He's had a second and a third so far, as well as a pole position in that Audi. In third place is the championship leader, though, in the Porsche. It is Bunnies. He has won the last 2 races, but third in qualifying, showing that qualifying maybe not his strongest suit in this car. So 30 points for Bunnies after 2 wins in this championship. In 4th place on the grid is the Mazda of Gazman. Gazman is currently 3rd in the championship. He had a 2nd last time out, a very tactical 2nd as well, with the way that he ran the tyres. It's endurance racing, of course. Tactics come into play massively. In 5th place, he's shown a lot of speed, but Alpha Capri currently in 6th place in the championship with 7 points in his McLaren. He'll look for more success here at Deep Forest. 6th place on the grid is the BMW of Jam. We've seen some really poor performances from him. He won't mind me saying that at all. Some poor performances. Only 1 point in the championship. 8th place currently out of the 9 that are driving. A disaster last time out, getting lapped. Not very well either for this race at all. Really struggling. In 7th place on the grid is the Cadillac of Rob on Drums, back in that car after Tiny Terror brought it home last time out. He is currently in 7th place in the championship with 5 points in the Cadillac. And in 8th place, his highest grid position of the season, because he's not missed qualifying. It's Mr. Smith, 8th place in that Toyota. There is no Peugeot from Ragemus Prime, as he's decided to sit out the rest of the championship. So that's your Group 1 category. And here is your Group 3 category. So it's endurance racing. We've got multi-class and pole position. First time someone other than Ben in the Porsche has been on pole. It's Bailey. And I believe if we look inside, he's got that Mr. Bean-looking helmet. There he is. That Mr. Bean-looking man in pole position. Bailey currently 2nd in the championship with 22 points, with a 2nd and a 3rd. The man leading the championship also is in a Porsche, and that is Ben. 2 wins out of 2 in the Group 3 category. He's currently 2nd on the grid, and he's had a perfect run so far in Group 3. But it has been incredibly close, as we saw 4 of the 5 drivers lead at some point at Spa. Now, you might be thinking, hold on, that's another Porsche. There is a new Porsche on the grid. It is Bondimus Prime driving that Porsche. He's in the Rothmans Porsche, and he's qualified in 3rd place. So definitely pace in him to add to this very competitive field. In 4th place on the GT3 grid is Pat. He's got the tribute there to Diego Jota. You'll never walk alone. Sad news that Diego Jota passed away this week. Pat there in 4th place, returning after Slenderfella took his drive last time. Pat is currently 3rd in the championship as well, with 18 points, thanks to Slenderfella's help as well. Yarkas is back on the grid after a disconnect last time out. He is 5th in the championship with 9 points in his Jaguar. In 6th on the Group 3 grid is Pool Shark. He was very competitive last time out at Spa. He finished in a very mighty third place. Could have won. Very tight last time. So that Lexus very happy. And in 7th place in the Group 3 grid is Lynchimus Prime in the BMW. He's getting up to speed in that car. He's currently in 6th place in the championship with 8 points. So just 1 point behind Yokas and only 2 points behind Pool Shark. So it's all very, very tight. We are here at round number 3 of 5 of this championship. We've got Dragon Trail Gardens and Daytona 24 left on the calendar, but we're here at Deep Forest for 47 laps of this circuit. Drivers have to use the soft, medium and hard compounds during the race, and it is a dry race as well, so we will see that. We are at dawn as well, so we'll race through the day with Branners on pole, Ajax second, Bunny's third, Gasman fourth and Alpha Capri in fifth as they go underway. It's always a little bit anticlimactic because it's a rolling start, but Branners leading them away from Ajax and Bunny's. So they go into turn 1. And there's a little bit of movement there. Alpha Capri under pressure. Jam has Rob on drums just behind him. Rob on drums looking as they kick up the dust. Bailey through clean. Ben, Bondamus, Pat and Yokas and Pool Shark. So they're all very happily moving through the field as we see Jam and Gasman. Jam having a little look at Gasman, but nothing doing. Although Gasman runs wide, Jam having a potential opportunity to move up into 5th place, but it can't be done as they go through this very tight section. Some of the drivers, in fact, Jam has lost the position to Rob on drums. Rob on drums moving up into 6th place in that Cadillac, but at the front of the field is the Ford of Branners on soft tyres here at Deep Forest, with Ajax right in his slipstream and Bunny's not far away either. They're a little bit away from the battle for 4th. So Branners leading them through that tight left-hand hairpin at the end of the lap as we keep seeing Gasman Jam running deep, and he's hit the wall, and it looks like Rob on drums is letting him through. Did he get a little tap there from Rob on drums? We'll go on board with the Cadillac driver. Through the tunnel they go. The daylight starting to seep through though as they come into the corner. And just a little bit of a tap happening. That is a potential here at Deep Forest. Bailey then, 9th place. You'll see as well, the gap between the Group 3s and the Group 1s is not that much. Yokas trying to have a go at Lynchimus, but not quite happening. At the front is the Ford, but Ajax is going to have a go on the exit. Tiny Terror in the chat saying he's not biased, but go Rob. But Branners loses his position to Ajax. Brilliant fighting through the S's at the beginning of the lap. Branners, though, is trying to attack back. These cars are very, very, very difficult to fight with, but these drivers are fighting brilliantly. Ajax then leads them through down the downhill S section, the chicane, down towards the mini hairpin just before the end. Oh, and Branners just tapping Ajax slightly as we go on board with the Ford. We've got Bunnies in 3rd place. Branners is 2nd. He's got Ajax just ahead of him in that Audi. Let's go off board as he looks for a move into the hairpin. He's gone way too deep though, and he's hit the wall. So he's got this reverse it and go forwards. Tries to get it forwards, but spins it round. Oh, Branners, he was battling for the lead. He's now at the back of the Group 1 field. Yellow flags are waving for Bailey as they come through with Bondamus and Pat just having a look into the hairpin. So in they go. Branners into the pits. So Branners decides to pit. So Rob on drums in 7th place. Jam in 6th. Mr. Smith in 5th. Gasman 4th. Alpha Capri 3rd. So Branners is in the pits. In comes the Ford then, trying something different. Getting rid of the soft tyres. Although, is he? He stopped. Has he pulled out? I don't know what's happening. Let's see if Ted is there. Oh, no, it's not Ted. It's Nick in this field. Nick, what's happening down at Ford? So Nick has said that they've pulled the car into the garage and Branners has pulled out of the race. So a promising start for Branners, his first ever pole position as the sun rises here at Deep Forest. But he's out, he's pulled out of the race. So negating a possible points finish. Fours up, Mr. Smith in 5th place. Jam in 6th. And Mr. Rob on drums in 7th. So only 7 Group 1 cars here. And 7 Group 3s. So Bailey leading that field at the moment. Gaps are settling down a little bit as drivers settle into the race. Yokas still behind Lynchamus, so Lynchamus quite happy in his positioning. Ajax then leading for Audi on the soft tyres. He's got Bunnies on mediums behind him, but Bunnies has gone quicker than the Audi ahead. They go through the S's. A little bit downshift to 3rd gear up to 4th, and then shifting down to 2nd once more. Alpha Capri in 3rd place in the McLaren. Quietly going about his business. There's a little bit of a gap now between him and the top 2. It's probably about 3 seconds. The cars really struggle to stop into that hairpin. Gasman in 4th place. He's on those hards. Mr. Smith in 5th with Jam in 6th. Oh, Mr. Smith running wide. Jam trying to catch him. Rob on drums, hitting the wall. Having problems in the hairpin then. As we see the Group 3s. It's always close in the Group 3s. We've seen that already. And we can see Ben very much has Bailey in his sights. Although Bailey's got a nice gap between himself and Ben. So, soft tyres and mediums. We've seen Ben use double hard stints at the start of races. Mediums for Vondermus, mediums for Pat as well. So they're still close, as has Poolshark. Medium tyres and Yokas, but soft for Lynchamus. So Yokas has got past Lynchamus. In front of the field then, it's Ajax versus Bunnies. Once more, the two brothers head-to-head at the front of the field. Alpha Capri, though, he is close enough to have a warning. Gasman on those hards, a 19.8 is pretty quick on those, considering the top 2 are in the 18s. And Ajax is on the softs. So top 2 coming towards the end of the lap. It's flat out in these Group 1 cars. It's flat out in the Group 3s, but you're hitting 180 miles an hour as you cross the start-finish line. In fact, you're hitting a lot more, 185. As they go into the braking zone, Bunnies tries to have a go into turn 1. He gets it stopped. He gets it stopped into turn 1. Does Ajax have a move into the S's? As into the pit lane comes the Mazda. We're watching the battle, though, for first place as they come sliding through the S's into that section. Gasman into the pits then, getting new tyres, getting rid of the hards as well. What does he put on that Mazda? He'll comfortably get out ahead of the Group 3s. He's onto the softs. So he's done his stint on the hard tyre. He's done that stint. Has he filled up fully? He has not. 3/4 of the tank of fuel for him. The front of the field then. Bunny's leading from Ajax. Let's go to the Group 1s where Bailey is ahead. Group 3s where Bailey is just ahead by about 2.5 seconds from Ben. He's then got a little bit of a gap of about 3 seconds to Bondemus. Bondemus to Pat is about 2nd, and Pat to Poolshark is about 2 seconds. So it is, as ever in the Group 3s, very close. You've got Yokas only 2 seconds behind Poolshark, and Tom is about 4 seconds behind Yokas. So the whole of the Group 3 field is covered by about 14 seconds. So 14 seconds already, that Group 3 class covered very tightly. Group 1, though, are coming up to lap in not too long a distance. Bunnies will be coming to lap some of the other cars. Mr. Smith up to 4th place now, Jam in 5th, with Robin from 6th. Gasman having made that pit stop on the soft tyres. It's the front 2 that are battling it out, and they will be catching up the Group 3s very quickly. as they go down the back straight. We'll see what the comparison in speed is. So Tom already has been lapped then. Yokas was into the braking zones. Tom is doing 140 miles an hour. In comparison, the driver that's just passed him will go on to Mr. Smith. So 140, well, it's already 30 miles an hour quicker, nearly 40 miles an hour quicker on that straight. So the Group 1s are lapping the Group 3s. This is where endurance racing, multi-class racing becomes its own, because drivers are going to have to deal with the traffic. Ajax tried to use that advantage, but he's run wide into turn 1 as the drivers were catching up to Yokas' Jaguar. And that means that Bunnies goes up the inside of Yokas, and Ajax is going to catch up. Oh, what happened there? So Tom is into the pits. Let's go on board with Yokas. So yeah, Yokas currently in 13th place. It just runs a little bit wide, unsighted maybe by the Porsche. Not expecting it possibly. So 13th means he's 4th in class. It's very, very tight for these drivers. Paul Shark in the Lexus. He holds the position. Lets the Porsche through. The drivers are starting to get lapped. Bondemus has not had this experience before. This is his first race in this Endurance Championship. He's in the Porsche, which is obviously one of those cars of choice in Group 3 racing. Pat now has got the Porsche of Bunnies going past him. On board with the Audi. You'll see the difference between his Audi and the Group 1 Audi that goes by. I would expect to see it go around the outside of us. There it goes. So we're doing 170, 150, 160. The Group 1s are doing over 180 miles an hour in that section. Alpha Capri getting through the traffic as well in the McLaren. Currently has the 3 lights on the side to show he's in 3rd place in that Group 1 car. Jam is up to 4th place as Rob on drums is now 6th. So Jam's got past Mr. Smith, it would seem. So Rob now moving up. So Jam, as I say, not feeling particularly well during this race. Been a real doubt if he'd been able to race. We can see Ajax getting through past the Group 3 leader Bailey. So Bailey, during this time, the gap, it's still about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, maybe a little bit of time lost for these drivers as the Group 1 cars start filing their way through. Ben keeping the pressure on, keeping Bailey very close. For Capri round the outside. In fact, Bailey into the pits because his front tyres are cooked. We saw this at Spa. The soft tyres in the Group 3 category are not lasting very long at all. Bondemus under all sorts of pressure from Pat. Pat looking for a move into turn 1 on lap number 9, and Pat moves himself up into 3rd place in the Group 3 category. Gets the position done, but Bondemus, this is the first time these two drivers have raced with each other, I believe. They go side by side through the S's. Oh, what a slide from Pat as he somehow manages to save it. Let's go on board with Pat for that. That looked an impressive slide in the Audi. So these S's look less spectacular on the onboard as it did off-board. Bondemus keeping the pressure on, pushing hard. And number 32 is jauntily put on the side of the car. Very interesting. So Bondemus pushing hard, trying to get Pat back. He's also got a jaunty angle on his board. So it's the battle of the jaunts. Pat in 3rd. Bondemus in 4th in class, but Bondemus trying to get it back. He does get it back on the back straight. They go side by side into the braking area. Pat has the inside line, but he has to give the position back. And you can see in the background that we have Rob on drums is now 4th in the Group 1s. Gasman in 5th, Mr. Smith in 6th, Jam down to 7th. Jam was 4th at the beginning of this lap. He's dropped down to 7th. Must have made an error. He has. He's down on his time. 120 on his previous lap. It's slower than that this time round. Gasman of 119.2. As Jam hits 28. So Jam made a mistake of 8 seconds there. So Jam losing positions. So he would have been ahead of Rob before. So he's made an error. Alpha Capri just on his own today. The McLaren driver trying to make a difference. As we can see at the front of the field, Ajax, his tyres are completely cooked. So soft tyres on the Group 1s are not lasting either. So we saw Bailey pit in the Group 3 category. He's put a fresh set of softs on, so he's gone soft. It's the first to stop in Group 3. He's dropped down to 5th place in the category. Sorry, he's not. He's dropped down to 6th in the category. So dropped down to 6th place as into the pits becomes the Audi. Brand new tyres, as we can see, completely worn out on all the corners for that Audi. So Alpha Capri moves up into 2nd place in the McLaren. Rob on drums, the Cadillac, moves into 3rd. The driver, we know this from previous SNL races. The driver, this category will definitely suit. Tactics are his strong point. Mr. Smith in 5th place, Jam in 6th. He's jumped Ajax. Ajax comes out of the pits onto the medium tyre. So onto the mediums goes Ajax, the Porsche of Ben, following the BMW of Jam just ahead. So Ben leading the Group 3s, medium tyres. A good couple of laps of fuel left, I would have thought, as well. He's got a nice gap actually to Bondimus too. So the two Porsches are 1st and 2nd in the category. The gap is about 4, nearly 5 seconds between the two of them. So we'll see what has happened. So Pat has pitted and Pat is on the hards. So Pat has changed his mediums for a set of hards. He hasn't filled the tank up though. So they're not filling up when they stop. Yokas is on the hard tyres as well. Tom is on the mediums now. So Lynchmus is on the mediums. So Bunny's leading the field. He has 8 seconds lead over Alpha Capri. So Bunny's leading the field once more. We've seen this already this season. The sun really is out now as we're about mid-morning in the race. Like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already here in SNL. This is the Endurance Championship of Group 1 and Group 3 category multi-class racing. Around an hour of the races, or just over in some cases. As we do 240 kilometres around the circuits. Alpha Capri, 2nd place, nowhere near the pits for him. Rob on drums. Hasn't stopped yet, but Gasman has. He's on soft tyres. Gasman playing around with the strategies here in this category. And he's coming into the pits. No, he's not. I thought he was. That's fooled me. So all the drivers are actually using the beginning of the pit lane entrance. Ben is going to stop this lap. Pool Shark actually is in 2nd place now because Bondimus has stopped. So Bondimus is on a fresh set of soft tyres. So he's changed over from the mediums. Pool Shark then 2nd place. He's going to stop this lap. Ben does not stop this lap. He goes another lap. So that Porsche, although it's flashing red on the fuel, and it's the same for the Lexus, Got plenty to go. What is the gap between Bailey and the race leader in Group 3? It is about 17 seconds. Yellow flag is waving up ahead as Lynchamus has gone off. Lynchamus going off in front of Ben. In front of the field in the Group 1 category goes Bunnies. This will probably be his last lap. As the fuel gauge is flashing, we can see Alpha Capri. He's having to get past the Porsche of Bondemus, and he does. Gets through nicely. He's got Pat ahead of him. Catch Pat at an awkward position, I would have said. Catching mid-tunnel and just before the S's. Now, can he get past? Before then, he dives up the inside and gets it done, kicks up the dust. But holds the position. So that's nicely done as Mr. Smith is pitting. And so is Ben. So they're very close together. No, a lap between the two. So Ben is in. Poolshark will be pitting, and Bailey will retake the lead in the Group 3 category. But he won't be far away from stopping, actually, as Bunnies comes in for the Group 1 cars. Mr. Smith coming out. So Bailey leads. As Jam is fighting with Ajax. So does the BMW go past the Audi? BMW doesn't go past. Gazman with Rob on drums. Alpha Capri in the pits too, so we've got drivers in. So Bunnies comes out. What is he going out on? Oh, he was nearly inside. Poolshark. So hard tyres for Bunnies. Not fully tanked up. Well, Ace Jacks was on the mediums, so drivers coming out now. Alpha Capri coming out on another set of, on a set of hards. So he's got full tank of hards. Jam in the pits. So he's trying to get out ahead of Mr. Smith. Bailey leading the Group 3s then, while Bondemus is in second place on those soft tyres. Pat is up to third in class with Ben now on hard tyres. He's fully tanked up as well, so he's going to take them long. Poolshark on hard tyres, 2. Yokas on the hards. Yokas has done a couple of stops since we last saw them. So Lynchamus is in. Gazman will be pitting. So the Mazda didn't get to lead a lap here at Deep Forest, but the Cadillac does. Rob on drums gets another lap in the lead here in this Endurance Championship. Gets the Cadillac into first place. Oh, Ben's gone off the circuit. The leader in Group 3, or one of the potential leaders in Group 3, has gone off. Out braking himself on the hard tyres. Has lost the position. Pat then, he's got Rob on drums just behind him. Rob on drums cannot get past during this tight, twisty section. There he goes. The Cadillac finally getting past, and that's the thing. You end up slightly stuck. Ben's in the middle of the brotherly love between Bunnies and Ajax. So the gap is closing between those two during this stint. Poolshark has got Alpha Capri behind him, so Alpha Capri in 4th place overall. Gets past Poolshark's very pink and black Lexus. Bailey in the pits then, as we believed he would be, so Bailey is in. So will that mean Bondemus takes the lead in Group 3? It will. So Group 3 gets another race leader. As he goes into first place. As we see in the background, Bunnies and Ajax, they're having a fight and a half between themselves. Bunnies feeling all the pressure of Ajax. Let's go on board with the Audi through the S's of this early part of the lap. So hard to follow another car through here. You want to attack, but you know you can't. You might be quicker, but there's nowhere to overtake on this circuit at this point at all in the Group 1 cars. They'll have an opportunity going out of this small corner at the end. Turn number 11 through 12 and 13 and 14. They go. Rob on drums is ahead of them. Will Ajax be able to pull off the move into the hairpin at the end of the straight? They're side by side. The two rubbing and a little touch as well for good measure, but Ajax manages to put himself up into second place. It's first virtually because Rob on drums is going to pit now for Cadillac. So it's Ajax who's going to get the lead, or will he? As they cross the line, he will take the lead. Bunnies is trying to get past though, all he might. Into turn 1 they go, another touch between the two. It is very, very, very much fight on at the front of the field. The Cadillac is in, drops behind Alpha Capri now. Alpha Capri, as we said before, having quite a calm race really. Not quite close enough to the front two, not quite close enough to Gasman. Just behind. Gasman has stopped one more time though. As Jam in 6th place will be looking, but Rob on drums is already out the pits. He's on the hard tyres. Remember to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps the channel here at SNL. We've got 2 more rounds of this championship after this one here at Deep Forest. We are at Dragon Trail Gardens next week. Round number 4, and then we finish the Endurance Championship, and then we finish for the summer at Daytona for the 24. So Ajax leads for Audi, looking for his first win of the season, kicking up the dirt. That's Bunnies is in second. Will they be able to just get into a rhythm now? Endurance Racing's all about that. Building a rhythm, seeing what you can do. Bondibus leads Group 3. He's got quite a lead actually. He's got about 8 seconds over Ben. So it's a Porsche 1-2 in the Group 3s. It's a Porsche in second in the Group 1s. 2 Porsches leading the championships in their respective categories. Where is Bailey in comparison to Ben? So he is about 10 seconds behind Ben. So this Group 3 battle, we've seen it so close before. Actually fairly spread out for it. But I think it's because all the drivers are doing slightly different tactics. Pat's now on the mediums once more, so Pat's used his hards for what he can use them for. Lynchimus is in 14th. He's going to get lapped by Bailey. So Bailey will get past his fellow BMW driver. And of course, Lynchimus does not have to let him past. Up to the faster driver to find their way by. Can't quite do it right now. These BMWs are too well matched, but Bailey then gets up the inside. The blue flags are waving for them though. The Group 1 car is coming behind them. That is Mr. Smith in the Toyota. On board with him as he approaches Lynchimus. Using a little bit of slipstream from the slower cars. Dips in, dips out, 187 miles an hour as he hits the brakes into turn 1, slides out of there. Gap between him and Jam is about 11 seconds. Gap between Jam and Gasman, oh, there's not that much. It's about 4 seconds there. Gasman has Jam catching him. He does a little bit. That's me beeping again for some reason. It's because my sensor's updating. Part machine now. These days. A monster. There we go. Rob on drums in 4th place. He's got Gasman not far away, so actually, all of a sudden the battle for 4th is on. As the hard-tired Rob on drums, he's doing 21s and 23s. Gasman's doing 20s, Jam's doing 19s. Goes up the inside of Bondimus. Jam on the soft tyres. What's going on? Things are going on with all sorts of bits and pieces. Hold on. It's all brand new to me. Thank you everyone that's watching us live. I'm just going on mute because I keep beeping at everybody. There we go. The joys of being attached to an insulin pump is an annoyance. I've only had it on a few hours. But there we go. Keep beeping and it keeps wanting to update itself, even though it's never actually functioned properly yet. Anyway, that's enough about my annoyance with this darned machine. Anyway, back to the race. Ajax is leading. Bunnies is in 2nd. Alpha Capri's in the chat saying, hey up, Jam. Hey up, everyone. Like, share, subscribe. It don't cost nought. Get out your purses. Get that moth come out. Come and have a go. At the front, Ajax then. The fuel light starting to flash then on the Audi. Ben leading in the Group 3 category with Bailey in 2nd place. Bailey has just jumped Bondimus. Bondimus out on the hard tyres now. So Bondimus gets into the point where he's used all of his allocation. And it's not going to be a long stint on those hard tyres for Bondimus either. There's different tactics happening. Drivers using different scenarios. Ben is on those hards. He's been on them a while. So he's getting the blue flags for Mr. Smith. Ajax then leading the field. He's only just leading though ahead of his brother Bunnies in the Porsche. Bunnies is on the hards. He's looking quite strong though. Mediums are on Ajax. And it looks like Bunnies is going to take the lead away from the Audi as they approach the braking zone. No. Thinks better of it. Now the Porsche ahead of them. That Porsche coming to the aid of the Audi. The Audi is going to dive into the pits though. So the Porsche of the Hertz Gold will retake the lead of the race. Overtakes Bailey, who's currently in 2nd place in the Group 3 category. So where will Ajax feed out? Well, he'll feed out behind Alpha Capri for sure. Rob on drums, he's got Gasman and he's got Jam still there. It's Jam on the soft tyres. Not quite able to hit pace, I don't think, on those soft tyres. I say, not very well in the BMW crew. Very little practice all week, and it shows. Bunnies in 1st place. Alpha Capri 2nd. Ajax comes out in 3rd place, is on the softs once more. So he has to use the hards at some point. Gazman is past Rob on drums. Did he do it into turn one? He did. There we go. Nice move done there by Gazman, getting past the hard-clad Cadillac. Jam trying to catch up. Let's get that done. Have a look. Group 3's then. There's a Bondamus. It's just behind Bailey. Pool Shark is 4th in class. Not close to a pit stop yet. Similar time as Pat. Here's Yokas in 6th place in class. Whilst Bunnies comes in from the race lead, so will Alpha Capri should take the race lead from the Porsche. As the tyres, the wheels spin as they put it up on the jacks. So fuel goes in, and Alpha Capri will take the lead then in the McLaren. The sun is starting to set here at Deep Forest. Where does Bunnies feed out in comparison to Ajax? He comes out ahead, and he's on soft tyres. He's straight on it. So they're both on the softs. So we've seen them both fighting each other hard. Gasman's not far away. Jam is not far away. Jam is getting past. I think Jam has got past Rob on drums. Rob on drums. Has he been held up a bit? What happened there? Rob on drums then. In 5th place. Going wide. Going wide. And then there was a BMW in front of him. And he's lost speed. He's lost about 30 miles an hour. With that, Jam goes up into 5th place, but then runs very deep into turn 1. Can he get the car stopped? Yes, he can. Just about. So the BMW up into 5th. Rare chance of celebration, although he goes off into the wall. So that celebration lasted not very long at all. Gazman, 4th place. With Bunnies ahead, the gap. Well, Bunnies has got a car between him and the Audi, as the Audi of Pat is sandwiched between them. Pat getting passed by his Audi compatriot as Pool Shark goes and is lapped as well. Chicago pink displayed proudly by Pool Shark. Being chased by Pat, they're very close to each other and they're on the same fuel strategies. Gazman will come and pass them to go on board with the Mazda. Jam coming into the pits, as does Mr. Smith. So the Mazda getting past one Audi, and then we'll get past the Lexus on the exit. Nicely done. That's the best place to overtake two drivers. So Pat and Pool Shark, it's very close between these two. Blue flags are waving. Oh, Pool Shark makes a small error and Pat dives up the inside. Nice opportunistic move by the Audi. You can see the Cadillac chasing them down. Bob on drums. Going to pass them. He'll pass them on the exit of this corner. And down the straight they go. Mr. Smith is there too, so they've got to be careful. Oh, a little bit of touch in fact by Mr. Smith. So that means Pool Shark gets an opportunity. Is he close enough to make a move into the hairpin at the end of the straight? Not quite in the Lexus. Although Pat runs wide. Pat runs wide, and that means that Pool Shark can get an opportunity as they climb the hill into the banking. The final corner. The sunset looking spectacular here at Deep Forest. A Pool Shark and Pat. Pat does not defend the inside. Feels like he's got it covered for Pool Shark. He is still ahead. was Alpha Capri. Oh, there's a little bit of flashing of lights. What's happened here then? So Alpha Capri getting stuck behind the Porsche. And does that help the Porsche? It's just ahead, it does. Oh, on board with Alpha Capri then. He got held up in the traffic. And we got the Porsche of Bunnies getting past him. Can he make a move though into the hairpin? Darkness starts to descend here. Bunnies leading. The red light is on to say he leads the race. The top three though. What's the gap between them? It's only about 2 seconds. So it's very close. At this point in the race, lap 28 is completed. So Alpha Capri. He's got the Audi now behind him. The Audi on soft tyres. The light shines through the light. I don't tell I'm getting tired now. Stamina's disappearing. Got 40 minutes in to the broadcast. Maybe a little bit longer, 45, 50 minutes, and I am starting to flag. Very sleepy boy. I'm not sleeping. Oh, it's one of those sort of illnesses right now where you're tired but you can't sleep because your body doesn't want to. And the whiskey's not helping. Alpha Capri is second with Ajax third. Gasman fourth in the Masters, having a little bit of a quiet race. On a different strategy to those he's racing, Rob on drums is behind him on softs. So Rob has just pitted, as has Jam. Jam on the hard tyre now. He's stuck in the 21s and 22s. He's lapping slower than Mr. Smith. Oh, Mr. Smith having a little bit of a moment there. Mr. Smith, are you on a controller? I think I've asked you this before. And just like the children, you don't answer me. You ignore me. So Bailey in 8th place in the BMW. Thank you everyone that's watching us live. Say hello in the chat, I'm sure I'll say hello back. As Alpha Capri said, hey up. Jam, hey up chat. Hope everyone is well and having a great day. Smash the like button on the way as it's free, so don't be greedy. You must have it on paste, copy and paste job. Alpha Capri with that. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's the same. Well, unless it's got brilliant memory for it. Ben in first place then. Second place, Pool Shark, sorry, into the pits. It's not Ben in first place. He's in second because Bailey is first on the road, but he is going to stop this lap. Ben comes out on the medium tyres. Bondemus is going to pass Pool Shark. So Bondemus now on mediums. So all of the drivers in Group 3 getting to the point now where they've used all their tyres. Ben has not used the softs though. Yokas thought he was racing someone, but that's him getting overtaken by the Porsche. But Pool Shark is there to have a race with him through the S's. And Yokas getting past. Although Yokas' hard tyres are looking worn out. He must have double stinted. As we go on board with Pool Shark, you can see the Audi of Ajax is just behind. Is he going out wide? Will we see him? There he is. There's a scrape of barrier, in fact, by Ajax, or barrier, as Super GT calls him. He's got slightly more subscribers than us. But like, share and subscribe anyway. We could one day be in an opportunity to be in that 1 million club. That would be unbelievable and probably very unlikely. We don't advertise or do anything for the sort. Got 175 though, which is bad. Yokas there in 11th place. He moves past Pool Shark. Tell your friends about it. Say, oh look, come and watch me race. You want to see what I do on a Sunday night? Well, I'm not available. It's because I'm here racing in the Sunday Night League, 8 o'clock. Most Sundays apart from books. It's hot, it's sunny, and people want to go on holiday. And it usually is tricky to organise events during that summer holiday period. We've not done it for a long time now because of that. Bunny's in first place, Ajax in second. We will be back in September though. Start advertising September. We haven't even had summer yet. Oh, whoa, Paul Shark and Yokas getting overtaken by Gazman. Gazman is ahead of Rob on drums. Alpha Capri just behind Rob on drums. So Alpha Capri has just done a stop. He's on a fresh set of soft tyres, fully fueled up as well, and has got Rob on drums ahead of him in his sights. The battle for third is on. Jam isn't far away, but Jam's got to stop soon. Mr. Smith in seventh place. Ben, what's the gap? It's not a massive gap actually between Ben and Bailey, so Bailey's come out the pits. What is the gap? We'll see, because Bailey's going to cross the line. Nighttime descent. It's only 4 seconds between Ben and Bailey. The Group 3 drivers always say you cannot relax in this category. You don't quite know where everybody is. In fact, Bondamus is only 3.5 seconds behind Bailey. So the top 3 in the race in Group 3 are covered by about 7-8 seconds. Yokas is a little bit further ahead, but he's got no breathing space because he's got Pat and Paul Sharp behind him. It's Pat sliding slightly through the corners. Paul Sharp having a moment and gets up the inside of Yokas. Yokas turns in as if he wasn't there. Yellow flags are waving though, because that is Mr. Smith spinning in the Group 1 car. So Yokas in 12th. Losing to Paul Sharp. There is the Jaguar. Here comes Pat. He has a look. Pat up into 13th place. They're side by side though. As Yokas gets by once more. Those hard tyres working overtime on Pat. He must have done the whole race on those, or he's done a long way. Let's have a look on my... He started on the mediums, so he has done a long time on those hards though. We've got Bunnies. He's in the 18s. He was in the 17s. He's just pulling away from Ajax now. Ajax has had a few slower laps. He's been in the 19s and the 21 as well. This is where the time was lost. He's lost 10 seconds to the Porsche. As we see Gazman's lap jam. So they were racing each other not too long ago. Jam comes out the pits on medium tyres. He's been lapped by Gazman. Gazman will be pitting. You see the BMW going side by side with the Mazda. He doesn't get it stopped. He runs deep. So losing time effectively. So Gazman in third. So Rob on drums will get past. He's still got Alpha Capri tucked up as we go on board. Wow. We saw the Audi of Pat, and you'll see the Lexus of Paul Shark. Will he appear in our mirror? There he is in top right of your screen. You see the rear view mirrors. I think that has been Pat's opportunity. It was Pat's opportunity to have a go at Paul Shark. So Pat, using the confusion of the traffic to his advantage, he dives up the inside and he takes the position from Paul Shark. That's 4th in the Group 3s. That's now Pat's. Paul Shark will be kicking himself. Been fighting so hard with Pat throughout this race. And just traffic confusion has led to that opportunity, and Pat took it. He was like a rat up a drain pipe. trying to get by. So Bunny's first place, Ajax second place. Robin Drums in third still. Alpha Capri. Thinking, come on, Cadillac, get out of the way. Got places to be. Can't get past. Just getting information from Nick in the pits that I should mention that Rob was the first ever SNL champion all the way back in season 1 of the Porsche Cup. He won that title all those years ago. Ajax into the pits then with the Audi. Rob on drums, under pressure from Alpha Capri into the hairpin, but it's nothing doing. Once more. Gasman not close enough. He's on his outlap though. Gasman now on medium tyres, as we can see. Oh, guess what it is, ladies and gentlemen? It's Pat and it's Pool Shark, and they're all having a bit of a party. It's Ajax out of the pits. He's going to be in 4th place. Is Ajax in that Audi, drops behind Alpha Capri and Rob on drums. So Rob on drums back again in that top 3. Oh, he's fighting hard though. He's fighting that car so much. Slides wide. Alpha Capri looks. Little kiss with the Cadillac. Don't let Lando know. Ajax on fresh hards, so he's going to finish this race on hard tyres. The pits comes the race leader, so the Porsche is in. He pulled out a 10-second gap to the Audi. As we see drivers, they're catching up to the Group 3 second place driver, Bailey. On board with him, his drivers are going to stream past him. There goes the Cadillac. There goes the McLaren. And the Audi won't be far away. Where's the Audi? Oh, it is a bit further back actually. Here comes the Audi. Thought the Audi was closer than that, but it isn't. What's the gap between him and Ben? Ben is only 5 seconds up the road. So Ben's going to have all this fun as well. The leader of the Group 3 category has got second in Group 1, catching him up. Let's go on board with Rob on drums. Will he go up the inside? Yes, he does. Puts up the inside. Then a little bit out of position on the next corner. I think Ben actually had a little flash of lights about that. Not quite as happy with the overtaking, as Alpha Capri now has an opportunity on Rob, and he does. He takes it. Put the pressure on. He's been pressurizing all this time to get past Rob, and he's just done it. As they go onto the main straight though, Rob in his slipstream, Alpha Capri deciding to defend it, Rob going round the outside. This would be a move. No, not on. As Brunnies has 10 laps to go now in the lead of the race. He's on the soft tyres. He will have to stop again though, surely, on those softs, although I'm not sure, actually. Alpha Capri definitely will with his fuel level. Ajax won't. I don't think. Rob on drums in the pits, and Gasman. Touch and go for Gasman. He has to stop, so Rob on drums is in the pits. Jam will not have to stop. Neither will Mr. Smith. Ben in first place. He has to stop again. He has used the soft tyres by my calculations. Bailey running in second place so far. I don't think Bailey has used the hards. Pool Shark though, he's used all the tyres, I believe. Out of the pits comes Bondimus, onto some mediums, and he's filled up fully. Pat has medium tyres, he's got 3/4 of the tank left in the Audi. Just a little bit of a reprieve here for Paul Shark. Can he pull himself away from Pat at this stage, or will Pat undercutting. With a huge undercut here at the Forest. We've got at 39 or 47. Bunny's going purple in sector 1. He's got Jam ahead of him. And put a lap on the BMW. And does. He's doing 17s and Jam is in the 20s. Jam's hit the wall, in fact. So Jam is going very slowly. Nobody else really doing those lap times, in fact. Nope, nobody else is. So Jam just showing. That's what you have to do though here in SNL. You have to practice, you have to be on it. You can't just turn up and hope for the best. So you'll just get left behind. Not for Mr. Jam, not very wonderful. Poor boy. Poor Jam. Bunny's in first place, leads the field. He's got quite a commanding lead, in fact. What's his gap to Alpha Capri? 16 seconds. His gap to Ajax. It's purple again. Gap to Ajax about 17 seconds as well, so lots happening. Rob on drums in 5th place, Jam in 6th. Mr. Smith is 7th. Ben though, he's got Bailey close by. So only 3 seconds is the gap. So once more this Group 3 battle, all being kept honest. Bondemus, Pull Shark into the pits, then Bondemus then will jump into 3rd place. This will be, Bondemus has never got a podium in SNL. He could be on track for his first. Bailey's looking for that first win. He nearly got it at Spa. And he can see the race leader in Group 3. It's not the car ahead, that's Lynchimus. Currently in 7th place in category. It's the blue car just beyond Ben. Go through the tunnel, it's easier to see him. We've seen Bailey get stuck behind Lynchmus before. The two BMWs pretty evenly matched in terms of settings. The drivers can change the wing angles or just downforce. It does make a small difference to their performances. Those drivers to set them up a little bit more to their liking. So the cars, although they look the same in Group 1 for example, they are all slightly different. Alpha Capri in 2nd, Ajax third, sorry. Gasman 4th, Rob on drums 5th. The gap between him and the gap between him and Jam's huge. Different postcodes, in fact. Jam stuck in these 120 times, whilst Rob on drums is doing, well, he's doing 18s and 17s, so he's doing a lot quicker. He's pulling away from Jam very clearly at this stage of the race. So it looks like in the Group 1 category it's Bunny's to lose. Mr. Smith having some issues. What's going on here? So Mr. Smith and Lynchimus. Not sure what's going on. Don't really know what's happening there. Mr. Smith hit the back of Lynchimus. No, I think Lynchimus lost it on his own. Not sure what's happening there. Bit of confusion between the two drivers. So Bunny's into lap, but actually he's not far away. Alpha Capri's tyres are done. Will he be doing one more lap on them? Possibly. Ajax in third, but it will soon become second. Where will Gasman be out in all of this? Is he close enough? He's close enough, I think, to Alpha Capri. Rob on drums? Ooh, possible. Depends how long Alpha Capri's in the pits. There's Jam, 6th place on his own, with Mr. Smith in 7th. He's coming to lap Ben. Ben will be coming into the pits then to do his stop. He'll be going onto the soft tyres. Bailey also needs to do another stop. So where will that feed them out? Bondimus has done his stops. And he'll be on his way to the flag. But where is Alpha Capri? There's the McLaren driver. Into the pits he comes. And again, the spin of the wheels at the front. The Jackman loves that. The pit crew. Oh no, my fingers have disappeared. So the McLaren is in. Rob on drums is coming through the final corner. It looks like, oh, it's going to be tight. The McLaren is up to speed though. And the Cadillac crosses the start-finish line. And the McLaren retains 4th place. Gasman up to 3rd. So with 5 laps to go. Nearly 4. Bunnies. Let's just lap the Group 3s once more. So Bunnies. 4 laps to go for Bunnies. And Ajax is about 20 seconds behind the Porsche. The 7-second gap to Gasman. It's pretty close again once more. Apart from Jam's a long way and Mr. Smith is a long way. But in the pits, here is the battle of the pit lane. They're on very similar fuel. Bailey, in fact, well, they're literally inside each other. As they come out the pits, the Group 3 battle is literally neck and neck as they exited the pit lane. Hards versus softs for this final few laps. Maybe 2 or 3 laps in the Group 3s. Ben has half a tank, so does Bailey. Ahead of Bondimus, but Bondimus is close enough. Any sort of incident between these two and Bondimus is close enough to take advantage. Pat not quite close enough now. Pat's about 20 seconds behind Bondimus, but it is the top 2 in Group 3, nose to tail once more. You've seen it before here in SNL. Of course there's racing right to the flag. Of course there is. It's Ben versus Bailey in Group 3. And board with the BMW driver through the tunnel into the dark of the night. See the clouds, the sky, and the stars shining up above. Bailey 9th place. He's happy. With Ben 8th, running well. To the front of the field, Bunnies has got 2.5 laps left. He's got 22-second lead over Ajax. Ajax has got a 5-second lead over Gasman. Gasman has got a 17-second gap to Alpha Capri. Alpha Capri has got a 4-second gap to Rob on drums, so that's very, very tight between the McLaren and the Cadillac. And Rob on drums has got a very comfortable gap to Jam. And the gap to Alpha, to Mr. Smith. Then it's just pulling away slightly from the BMW. The hard tyres of the BMW coming into play. The softs of Ben, using them right at the end of the race to try and just eke out a little bit more of a gap Bailey will be looking at this going, yeah, that race win is not far away. It is not far away. Ben's looking for his third in a row. The Porsches are just unstoppable in terms of the championship standings. We've not had a win from any other type of car. There's only 1.5 laps left, buddies. Soft tyres are not looking happy though. He's took them to the... Well, guess who's racing each other in Group 3? Have a guess, everyone. Yeah, if you guess Pat and Pull Shark, you're exactly right. There they are once more. Wow. Nose to tail throughout the race. Brilliant. Bit of fun for them. Pat pulled away slightly. And he keeps himself in 4th place. About 20 seconds behind 3rd. The Bunnies has entered the final lap in his Porsche. Just looking to win 3 in a row here in the Endurance Championship. He's been untouchable here today. In all fairness, it's worked out quite nicely for him. It's about 21 seconds ahead of Ajax. Gasman is about 10 seconds behind the Audi. Gasman's fuel is very minimal, but they're all very minimal. Bunnies then will take victory here. Will it mean Rob on drums? He's got... To their final lap they go. So Bunnies has lapped 4th place in Group 3, so that means they'll finish. But it is Bunnies in the Porsche who's going to win here at round number 3 at Deep Forest. 3 in a row for the Porsche driver. Is there any stopping him? Mr. Smith finishing in 7th in the Group 3 category, Group 1 category. Ajax is going to cross the line in the Audi. Another 2nd place for him. Jam has finished in 6th in the BMW. Gasman is going to finish in the Mazda. It's all very close, really, considering the different tactics that we see. Alpha Capri, again, 4th place, close. And Rob on drums as well, very close. Top 5 are tight. Jam has finished in 6th, 7th is Mr. Smith as well. Ben is going to finish in 1st place once more in the Porsche in the Group 3 category. He wins another hard race though, because Bailey kept the pressure on all the way to the end. 2nd for him, and Bondemus in the Porsche. It's going to be his first SNL podium. He takes 3rd place in that Rothmans Porsche. Congratulations to him. Pat was 4th. 5th was Pool Shark. 6th was Yokas. And 7th was Lynchamus. But the winner in Group 1 again was Bunnies. He's in a possible position as we go into Dragon Trail Gardens. He could win the championship there, as could Ben in Group 3, depending on the results. That is a possibility. 2nd place is the Audi of Ajax. He'll be looking to stop that from happening. In 3rd place, once more, another podium for the Mazda of Gasman. Alpha Capri in 4th place in the McLaren. Very, very fast, but just not quite the podium. 5th place, the Cadillac of Rob on drums. Tiny Terror saying, go, Caddy, go. 5th once more. Very competitive showing. Jam finished in 6th place somewhere on that picture. You can't see him anywhere. 7th place was Mr. Smith in the Toyota. In Group 3, it was another win for the Porsche. Porsches are unbeaten in this category. In any form, Ben wins for his Manfi styled Porsche. Second place once more was Bailey. That win is going to come, I'm sure of it, in this category. I'm sure it's on its way. Bondemus finishes in third, his debut finishing on the podium. His first one here in SNL. Pat in fourth place in the Audi. Paul Sharp finishing in fifth, just behind Pat. In fact, it's just showing Pat because that's what type of race they had. Yokas in sixth place in the Jaguar, and seventh place was Lynchimus in the BMW. So that is where we go. Round number 4 next week at Dragon Trail Gardens, where it can rain. We've seen rain cause chaos here in this endurance category already this season. Could it happen once more at round number 4 next week at Dragon Trail Gardens? Join us next week for slightly earlier time, probably more 9 o'clock like we're used to. Like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and join us next week for round number 4 of this SNL Endurance Championship season number 1. Thank you for watching.